For most of human history, everyone hunted and gathered, and there was no opportunity to focus on other activities. The invention of farming allowed some people to work in the fields and collect the food, while others specialized in a profession, such as pottery, weapon making, fine arts, or science, things that weren't directly related to immediate survival. The Industrial Revolution added machine muscle to replace human and animal muscle. All kinds of things can now be produced at a rate human hands could never compare to. More is produced from less. With more and more wealth and abundance, people are now able to do more and more work that has absolutely nothing to do with immediate survival. There are waiters, sales clerks, cleaners, engineers, lawyers, professional sports players, etc. Now add computers, and not only can machines move, they can also think. Not only do machines replace some types of human muscle, they can now replace some types of human brain. The trends have always been the same. 1. Less people are needed to produce the things we need to survive. And 2. The work people do gets more and more fun and frivolous. If we follow the first trend to its logical conclusion, only a handful of people will be working, and a lot of people won't. But that's only considering today's jobs. With the second trend, more jobs will be more fun and frivolous than ever before. What will these frivolous jobs be? What about video games? And everyone who plays video games will make money. People will live in the richest and most abundant society ever created, with easy access to basic needs. But that doesn't make people happy. People don't enjoy doing nothing, even if they have everything they need to survive. The arousal theory of motivation says humans do things to keep a steady level of excitement. Not too little, and not too much. Imagine yourself bored at home with nothing to do, and that's not that hard to imagine at all. What is one of the most stimulating, exciting things you can do that is also easy to start? What gets your adrenaline pumping? Playing video games. Anything you can imagine, from real aspects of the human experience to something completely made up, anything can be made into a video game. A good amount of the thrill, the adventure, the challenge, with none of the real danger. And video games are only getting more dynamic and more realistic. That's all fine. There's a lot of room for fun and excitement, but how does the money fit in? When the internet started, there was Web 1. Most people could only consume information, and that was pretty much it. Web 2 fixed that and allowed people to add their own content. But the problem is that the content is operated and governed by a platform. You don't really have full control and ownership of what you post or upload. Web 3 fixes that. It's decentralized. Power and control leaves the hands of tech giants and goes to you, the user. When you play a video game, you're playing on someone's platform. The things you earn or collect are at the mercy of the platform. The resources and items you collect often have no actual value, and when they do, they are completely controlled by the operators of the game. Their ecosystem, their rules. But not for long. With Web 3, the users are taking back control. And that's all thanks to blockchain. Blockchain is an irreversible record of information, stored across many computers. The resources and items in an online multiplayer game would then become tokens on that blockchain. If I have gold in a game, the blockchain guarantees that the gold token can't be arbitrarily created or destroyed, made useless, or locked, even by the creators of the game. The number of tokens is naturally limited. I own those gold tokens, and if you or I truly own those tokens, we can freely buy and sell them. Anything and everything you can earn in a game can be freely bought or sold and has defined value. None of it's real. But what if it is? What makes something we do real? You could make the case that something real is something that uses skills that can be transferred over to other useful things. Playing baseball is real because you're practicing teamwork and motor skills, but thinking about playing baseball is not. The teamwork and motor skills learned from playing baseball can be applied to many different activities, while no such skills are learned just by thinking about it. Let's say we take our example of someone making money playing video games, and compare it to, say, someone who works in an office doing data entry. Which is more real? You could say data entry, because it's done in the outside world. But what skills are being used or learned? Not a whole lot. It's pretty routine and mundane. A complex video game, on the other hand, often requires teamwork, strategy, cooperation, communication, among other things. So it's not obvious that playing a video game is any less real than working a boring job, or even playing a sport. In some sense, everything we do is a game. Everything exists within a framework of rules. Rules are what define a game of any kind. Just as a video game has rules, so does any job. That data entry job exists within a business, which exists inside an economy, which exists inside a functioning political system, all of which have rules. You can't not do your job. If you don't do your job, you simply stop playing. And until next time, thanks for watching.